Santaco and Western Cape transport officials have ended 3 days of talks in high spirits. In fact, they thrashed out issues that resulted in an 8-day taxi stay-away at the beginning of August. Now, all stakeholders have signed an agreement on the rules of engagement. In that time, the initial work of the Minibus Task Team is meant to be completed. eNCA's Nobesuthu Hejana has the story.
All parties to the taxi imbizo say they remain positive and the safety of commuters is a top priority. But the Taxi Council admits the biggest hurdle remains disagreements on which traffic transgressions are reason for impounding vehicles outside the initial agreement. But all parties are happy with the handling of the tough meetings.
We have done a lot of work over the 3 days, and we have set out a program that will need at least 4 more days. I think we all understood that the 3 days would not be able to cover everything that we have been struggling to deal with for years. But the 3 days have assisted us to finalize our terms of reference so that we know that we've got a program that we are going to follow in the next 4 weeks, where we deal with the issues, especially the conditions on our operating licenses, what we believe is impoundable, what we believe should not be an impoundable offense.
Authorities say the initial 14 days to find common ground between stakeholders wasn't enough. Therefore, more talks are expected within 4 weeks.
We have satisfied government, being Western Cape and City of Cape Town governments, and Santaco have agreed on more than half of the operating license conditions. So there's a fair amount of goodwill coming from both sides to agree on those conditions. There are some conditions still which are going to require, as I said earlier, a very honest, open, robust debate, and will need to be also meted by solutions. You know, it's not a case of simply saying this is what we agree or don't agree on, full stop. If we have to then say, if we agree on it, what are the solutions?
The Provincial Mobility MEC Ricardo Mackenzie says authorities also want to push for formalization of the industry.
The immediate issues we are working with Santaco, Western Cape and the City of Cape Town to resolve. But there are long-term issues which have been outstanding since 1994, at minimum 1995, when the first taxi task team was established by then Minister of Transport. And that is the issue that not only the Western Cape, but the minibus taxi industry in South Africa faces. We need to deal with the subsidization of the minibus taxi industry in South Africa and the formalization and professionalization of the minibus industry. That is a long-term public transport challenge that we must deal with.
Other pressing issues include routes and possible ways for the national government to subsidize the taxi industry. These will be discussed within the next 4 weeks, and Santaco has given its word that no matter how difficult the process, there won't be another stay away. Nobesuthu Hejana, Cape Town.